Such wonderful answers. So why we call it, why I've called this as a road to success. I mean, we know what success means. Success in their health, in our family life, in our professional life, satisfactory work. Yeah. So all of you are in such a noble profession. Yeah. So you're creating the future generation. Yeah. So it's like, if you ask me, it's like, who are the people who have influenced? I always refer back to my teachers in school and college who have inspired. Okay. So when I say inspired here, what does it mean? Inspired here means it is not just the domain knowledge, technical knowledge. Inspiration also comes from the soft skills too. Okay. You all agree? Yeah. But where do you get the inspiration? As a faculty, like, where do we get the inspiration from? Yeah. So let's look into that. Okay. So now comes the success starts with yes, the yes mind. Okay. So what does this yes mind means? Okay. So when do you have the yes mind? Imagine there's any situation in our lives. Yeah. So what is that immediately a mind do when we have a favorable and unfavorable situation? Yeah, favorable situation, yes, anyways it is favorable to me, yes, I will go ahead, I'll always ask mine. What if it's an unfavorable situation, but you have to do it? Okay, then mind goes into different modes. Okay, it might go to a complaint mode, it can go to a regret mode, yeah, it can go to an anxiety mode. Yeah, but how do we get the mind come to the mode which we want to, which the yes mind we want to? Yeah, so that is the key here. Okay, if we have the yes mind at every situation in our lives, yeah, then every situation becomes an opportunity. Agree? Yeah, very nice. Okay, but there are few things which will help you to come to this yes mind. Okay, so let's look into that. That's what we call it as the road. Okay, what is that road lead us to? First is R. Okay, so R, I call it as the respond versus reaction. Yeah, so any situation which we face, whether we respond or react to the situation, there are only two ways to do it. Okay, so what does reaction mean? Reaction means you are in some state of mind, somebody comes with some information to you, you're in a very bad state of mind and you react the way which you should not have. Okay, and then later what happens? There forms a tale of guilt, hatred, regret. Oh, why did I do this? Why did I react such a way? Yes or no? We all face this day in and day out, whether at home or at our workplace. Yeah. So this is a reaction. Yeah. What is responding to the situation means? You respond the way the situation demands. Yeah. So when you respond to the way situation demands, then what happens? You're handling that situation well. Yeah, there is no tale of regret or hatred later. Yeah, so how do we get this? How do we make sure that we respond to the situation? Is by bringing the awareness of the situation. The more and more we get aware about ourselves and the situation we are in, we respond to the situation. Okay, then how do you bring this awareness? Yeah, so that is what we will see. How do we bring more and more awareness? There are many tools and techniques which help us to bring to the awareness, to the mind. So what is that? Is our techniques like our meditation, yoga, pranayama, anything which increases your energy, which makes you go inward. increases your awareness levels. So that's what we call as situational awareness. It's a great leadership term. Yeah. So bringing that awareness is through different techniques. Okay. So that is R. Then let's go to the next one. What is it? The organizing self. Most of the times, we end up in a situation where we want to, we want to organize ourselves better. Yeah. But there are different factors to this. Okay. What we think most often will not happen. Okay. I mean, for example, I would say that, I make it a rule that, it's like every day I have to exercise, wake up at 5:30 in the morning and have to exercise to keep my day and body fit. But what happens? The first day, second day, then the gap comes. Yeah. So how do we make sure that we organize ourselves better? There are different levels to our existence. Okay. So I would like to touch upon this. There are 7 levels to our existence. Yeah. So what are they? So let me stop sharing and go to this. Okay. Yeah. So there are 7 levels to our existence. Yeah. So the first is the body level. Okay. So body level is our where we touch and feel. Yeah. So we need to keep our body fit. Yeah. That's when we can work, we can go around, we can speak, we can teach, everything. Yeah. That is not just the only level. There's much beyond to that, more layers beyond for this body level. Okay. That is the second level is our breath. Okay. The breath is the most important layer in us, but it is the most neglected. Okay. Like, is there any value in you if without breath? Is there any value to life without breath? No. Even a few seconds, we cannot be without it. Yeah. And most of our toxins from our body is also released through breath. Yeah. Sometimes because of stress, if we don't breathe properly, that means we are not using our complete lung capacity. We don't put out our toxins well. So that's why it's very important to breathe right. Okay. So all these techniques, different techniques we do, like pranayama. So I'm going to teach you one technique after this in this talk. So all these pranayama techniques which increase your lung capacity. Yeah, when you increase your lung capacity, your breathing becomes good and your energy becomes good, and your toxins are put out well. Yeah, good. Next comes the third level, which is our mind. Okay, so what does this mind do? So mind collects information from our surroundings through our senses. Oh, it's like mind saying, oh, this is a talk which is going on. Okay, oh, this is an online talk. Okay, so the speaker from Art of Living. So different things which you're perceiving from your senses, and you're putting a label to that. What does it? The mind does that. Okay, see, without the mind, even the senses, even see, suppose you're looking at me. If your mind is somewhere else, you're not listening exactly what I'm saying. Is your mind here? Everybody see if is your mind here, or it's still in the lunch, or it's thinking about the coffee and tea for the evening. So where's your mind? Yeah. So the important thing is, to bringing the mind to the moment. Most often what happens, our mind keeps going, thinking about the past or planning something about the future. It'll be thinking, oh, the food was so good. Oh, the food was so horrible. I'm not able to sit here now because the food was so horrible. There'll be emotions attached to that. Okay, so what are typical emotions which come? Like regret, all the emotions which come up when you think about the past. When you think about the future, all this anxiety. What's going to happen? Will I have a job? What's going to happen to my family? So all these things which mind will keep thinking about the future. But where is life? Life is where you are. Okay. So the whole thing is, if you bring the mind to the moment where you are, is when you are peaceful. Is when you become effective. When you become effective in every situation, that means automatically success is guaranteed. Yeah. So this is the mind. This is a third level. Okay. So what is the fourth level? Is our intellect. What does intellect do? Is like judges. Okay. Oh, what he's saying is right. Oh, what he's saying is wrong. Oh, I like this. I don't like this. Okay. Interesting session. Boring session. So mind is continuously judging. This is the job of the, the intellect is continuously judging. This is the job of the intellect. Yeah. And intellect, so this is the fourth level. The intellect always uses the next level, which is the memory. The fifth level. Okay. Without memory, intellect won't work. It always thinks, oh, this one I've heard somewhere sometime before. Oh, this topic, I know this, I've heard about this before. So it always takes help of the memory and intellect uses it. So the fifth level is the memory. Okay. So you want to have a memory filled with good memories or traumatic memories. We all want to have a memories with all good memories, right? Yeah. So living a very satisfactory life all through, keeps our memory good. Yeah. Living our life 100% in whatever we are doing, does not cause lot of bad memories. Yeah. You see that you will always have a regret in life which you have not given you been your 100%. Yeah. So the key here is that. Okay. So then the sixth level comes is our ego. Okay. So what does ego do? Ego builds a wall between me and others. Okay. So ego gives an identity. It's like, oh, I am this. I am a professor. I am an assistant professor. I am a principal. Okay. So ego gives the identity. Yeah. I am a father. I am a mother. I am a daughter. I am a son. I am intelligent. I am dumb. So any identity, is that these are responsibility of this ego. Okay. So generally it is said that ego is, oh, you have ego. Yeah. So ego is always referred to as a bad term. Yeah. But it is part of our existence. If it is part of our existence, then how can it be bad? Yeah. So here there are two things. One is the expanded ego, which is good, and the constricted ego, which is bad. Okay. So if all the time we are thinking about what about me, what's going to happen to me, okay, that is the constricted ego. If you're thinking about, okay, what's going to happen to this organization, how can I benefit the organization, how can I improve my country, how can I improve my world, my environment, this is the expanded ego, where you're taking more responsibility. Okay. In the expanded ego, you are very natural and creativity flows. In the constricted ego is when the stress starts coming in, and when you're always thinking that what about me, what about me. Okay, that is the. Then the seventh level is our self. Okay, so that is what. So it's like, we always look for happiness and freedom. Yes or no? We always want to be happy, free within, and all that. That happiness, what we are looking at, because that is there right inside us. Okay, we do something not because that something will give you happiness. That something will trigger that happiness in you. That is what that self does. That is what you are. Okay, if gulab jamun can give happiness, first gulab jamun will give, second gulab jamun will do. So what about the 20th gulab jamun? If gulab jamun has to give you happiness, that means 20th also has to give, right? Yeah. So it's not in that, it is that, it just that triggers that happiness, peace in you. When the stress goes off in our system, we naturally become very happy and peaceful. Okay, so these are our 7 levels. Anytime which we think that we are, we are not able to do things like the way we want, that means that somewhere at some level some block is there. Okay, you have to identify that thing and come out of it. Okay, good, very nice. So what comes next is our attitude. A for attitude. Yeah, so most of the times it's about the attitude which we have towards everything around. Okay, so what does it mean? So whenever we are working in a team, okay, so what happens? So why does we work in a team to achieve some goal? Yeah, so most of the times if what causes the failure of teamwork? Okay, so one of the reason is the attitude. Okay, so what is the attitude mean here means? So for example here, having a win-win attitude. So most of the times when any when any when any situation comes, when two people come for a discussion, okay, so most of the times we try to do a win-lose situation or a lose-lose situation. Okay, so why can't it we have a win-win situation? Okay, that is that attitude shift. So when does this win-win situation happen? The win-win situation happens when we identify the strengths of everybody in the team. Okay, so not everybody is good at everything. Yes or no? Yeah, so each one is good at something, each one has a different strengths. Okay, so identifying that strength in each one of us and working towards that goal, that having the attitude of win-win attitude helps us resolve any situation. Okay, that is the first thing. Then the second thing, having the right communication. Okay, so what happens most of the times, there is lot of communication which happens, with communication at workplace, at home, anything. Okay, we often come across 4 kinds of situations in the types of communication. Okay, so let's look at that. What are those? Okay, so now I want your participation here. Okay, so now there is this, each one of us have some knowledge. Okay, imagine there are 2 people now, myself and other person are into a discussion. Okay, so there are 4 types, there are 4 probabilities here. Okay, the first probability, okay, let's call it me and Mr. X, Mr. or Miss X. Okay, if both of our knowledge is low on a particular subject we are talking, okay, what is a common mistake we do? Who's going to answer this? You can unmute yourself and answer. So let me repeat the question here. Suppose there are 2 people, me and Mr. X. Yeah, so if the knowledge on the particular subject we are discussing, both our knowledge is less, okay, what is the mistake we tend to do in this kind of situation?
Can participant can raise your hand and unmute
Yeah.
you and talk.
Okay, very nice. Trying to act as if we know. That's a very nice thing. Okay. When we do that, trying to act as if we know, we tend to defend. Yeah, very nice point. Or we lose hope. I don't know, you don't know, forget about it. Okay. But what is the right thing to do in such a situation is consult. Okay. So we consult to a person where that person has more knowledge on that subject. Okay. That is the right thing to do. Okay. Next situation. Okay. So where I will just go back here. Okay. So next situation. So Mr. X has more knowledge and I have less knowledge. So what is this situation lead to? So what is the mistake generally happen? You have less knowledge and Mr. X has more knowledge. You can raise your hand and you can talk. Manjula madam, if somebody puts on the chat, just let me know, read out that so that I don't have to shift the screens.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Yeah. So who's going to answer this? So now the answer to this question tells me how many of you are awake.
Sir, there is an answer. More knowledge person tries to dominate.
Yeah.
And one more, Subhash sir is saying should gain knowledge from Mr. X.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. It's a very nice point. From the perspective of me, suppose I have a less knowledge and other person has more knowledge. What I tend to do, I try to intimidate. Okay. Or kind of show off happens. Basically, that ego does not allow saying that, hey, I know less than you. Okay. That's a mistake which generally happens. What is the right thing to do? Like someone said, it is you have to listen. You have to listen from the other person. Only then the knowledge transfer will happen. Only then you will learn more. Okay. So that is the listen. Okay. So the next situation. Okay. Where my knowledge and Mr. X knowledge is the same. So what is the mistakes which tend to happen here? Good. I'm getting a nice answers. I encourage everybody to answer here.
Ego. They're saying ego.
Okay.
Arguments.
Ego. Okay. Good. Arguments. Very nice. Yeah. Arguments, ego. And we generally what? We stop listening. Other person is telling something. We listen. Okay. But this is what it is. We are waiting for we to answer rather than listen. So basically argument happens. Okay. So, and what is the right thing to do here? A dialogue should happen. Okay. When a dialogue happens, some creativity comes out of it. Some productive discussion happens. Yeah. Something good comes out of it when a dialogue happens. Rather than proving each other's point, if you focus on the subject, then something nice happens in this. Okay. This is the third situation. Now let's go to the fourth situation. Now, my knowledge is more and the Mr. X knowledge is less. So what is the mistakes which generally tend to happen here? Who's going to answer this now? I can read this here. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Domination.
Domination. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah. So we tend to what happened? Dominate, or we tend to get irritated. You're like, I don't want to spend time with this person who doesn't know anything. That we dismiss others or we get irritated. Okay, but what is the right thing to do here is educate.
Probably the teachers won't do that, sir. Because we all are teachers, probably we won't do that.
Very nice. So we all at that. That's why it said it's a very noble profession where we don't do that.
Yes.
But at different environments, we tend to behave very differently. Okay, so the organization, when you're at the workplace, maybe sometimes it'll be different. Maybe outside the workplace, it's different. As I told you, this knowledge is not just for the professional life; it's also for the personal life too. Yeah. So whenever on any subject, not just on our domain, any subject, so any conversation happens with anybody in this world, okay, if we tend to make such mistakes, then the awareness should come saying that, okay, what is the right thing to do? Okay, so this fourth situation is where we have to educate the other person. Yeah, which you all do. Very nice. Okay, so this matrix called as the LEDC matrix, which will help us to get the right attitude to work in a team, in an organization with people, to get the communication going, not break the communication, and have a common goal. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so next comes is our decision making. Okay, so day in and day out, we have to make decisions. Okay, so what are the few things? Why do you think that we are stuck in making decisions? We don't know whether to choose this or that. We have been through all our lives. Yes or no? Okay, all our lives we've been through that. How to make a right decision? Yeah. So what is that? Who can answer this? What is that which stops us make a right decision? I'm getting brilliant answers from you, so I want answers from you. What stops us making right decision? Okay, not ready for listening. Very nice. Ego. Very nice. Okay. Okay. So fear. Very good. Lack of patience. Yeah. Gurudev, like Shri Ravi Shankar says, whenever a situation comes where you have to take a decision, okay, so we always have to remember one thing, whether it's going to give me a long-term benefit or a short-term benefit. Okay, if it gives a long-term benefit and a short-term pain, then it's a good decision. Okay, if a decision like it gives a short-term benefit but a long-term pain, it is not a good decision. Yeah, that is one way of looking at it. So always I have experienced this in all our lives, in major decisions in my life. This has helped me a lot in anything. Yeah, and the second thing is that the ability to take decisions will not come if the mind is not very clear. If the mind is not very clear in its priorities, okay, if we don't have the right priorities in place, that means we get confused in our decisions. Yeah, so it's important to settle our mind, okay, understand what is the priority right now, okay, and it helps a lot in our decision making. Yeah, sometimes the third thing, okay, many times it happens that we just have to take a decision which not much of facts or data. Okay, and what is that we depend on for that? We depend on our intuition. Each one of us have that intuition in us. Yeah. So that intuition helps us to take a right decision. Yeah. So how do you develop that intuition? Yeah. That intuition, each one of us have. Okay. And you harness that power of intuition by having this self-awareness. Yeah. When you become more aware of yourself, yeah, when your mind becomes more and more clear, yeah, that's when intuition shows up. Okay. So, and there are different tools. Finally, it boils down to how do we handle our mind. Yeah. So the different tools like meditation, pranayama, technique, different tools are there which helps us to let go of stress from our mind and settle our mind. Yeah. Then all of these things what we spoke starts impacting in that. Okay. Very nice. So now what we'll do is we will have some experience of this. Yeah. I'm going to teach you one pranayama here. Okay. One technique here called as the Bhastrika technique. Okay. Which is gives the, it also has the instant energy technique. Okay. And this technique helps you to instantly increase your energy and let go of any negativity. Okay. So you all want to learn? Okay. Okay. So this is very simple. So what you have to do, everybody take your palms, okay, make a fist. Yeah. So keep a loose fist besides your shoulders. Yeah. When I say breathe in, okay, you have to raise your hands and open your palms. You have to raise your hands and open your palms. When I say breathe out, you have to bring down your hands and make a fist. Okay. You have to put a little force as you breathe out. Okay. You breathe in fully, fill your lungs, and as you breathe out, you have to breathe out with a little force so that all the air is emptied from your lungs. Okay. And I say breathe in, fill up your lungs, and as you breathe out, you do that. Okay. Done. Yeah. So shall you all do it? Any doubts here? Okay. So let's do it. Okay. So we'll do it few rounds. Okay. So just go according to the instruction. Now, if you understood this, you can close your eyes and do. Okay. So how you have to do? Now breathe in, breathe out. Now Bhastrika, breathe in. Your hands go up and breathe out. Hands come down. Okay. Breathe in, out, 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 in, out. Keep your eyes closed. Relax. Observe the energy flow in your body. Now let's do another second round. Yeah, keep a loose fist beside your shoulders. Yeah, normal breath in, breathe out. Bhastrika, together, breathe in, out, 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 and relax. Relax, observe the energy flow. Observe the energy flow in you. Let's do a last round. A loose fist beside your shoulders. A normal breath in. And breathe out. With a pinch of force, breathe in, out, 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 and relax. Keep your eyes closed. Observe the energy flow in the body. We'll do a short meditation. Just be with your relax and keep your eyes closed. Keep your back straight. Shoulders relaxed. Eyes closed. Relax your body. We are all doing meditation now. Breathe in and breathe out. Observe all the sounds around you. Whatever the sounds, noise around you, just observe all of it. Whatever it is, you're in total acceptance with those sounds. Just let it be. Now take your attention to your body. If there's any comfort or discomfort in your body, just let it be. Just bring your awareness. Your body is a precious gift from nature given to you. Respect and honor your body. Breathe in and let go. Become aware of your thoughts. Good thoughts or bad thoughts. Whatever the thoughts are, just be with it.
Sir, someone in the chat window, they have messaged like how to deal with the
Yeah.
situation.
No, we are doing meditation now. After
Oh,
meditation, I'll take the questions.
sure, sir, sure.
Do not resist any thoughts. So whatever the thoughts are, just let it be. Breathe in and let go. Take your attention to your feelings. Either the feelings are good or bad, whatever they are, just let it be. Breathe in and let go. You are bliss. You are joy. The strength, what we are looking for, is right inside you. Breathe in and let go. Become aware of your feelings. Become aware of your thoughts. Become aware of your body and surroundings. Taking your own time. With a smile, you may slowly open your eyes. How was it? You can raise your hands if you felt good. Very nice. So how is your mind? Something settles, isn't it? Yeah. So whatever it was before, once you do this, a simple just few minutes sitting for yourself and relaxing, something settles down. Yeah. Good. Very nice. So these are the tools like this. The many tools like Sudarshan Kriya, which we also have been teaching this tool from many years to thousands of people by now for the last 12 years. So many people have benefited and so many people have taken up, come over so many situations in our life because of these wonderful tools. So the nature of the mind is like what you resist, it persists. If you don't want to think about a situation, about a person in your life, and if you tell your mind, don't think about this person, don't think about this, think about situation, what does the mind do? So it always thinks about that. Yeah. The more you resist it, the more it persists. Okay. So with the realm of the mind, you cannot handle the mind. So you use tools like this to handle our mind. Yeah. And increase our awareness in our mind, in ourself, to perform better in any situation. Okay. So once you become effective in any situation, we will handle situations much better. And success is guaranteed. Okay. Success is something that which is not an end goal. It's like every moment towards your goal is success. Yeah. So there'll be lot of potholes on the road to success. It's a lot of challenges on the road to success. But once you know how to handle our own mind, then we can overcome any challenges and move towards success. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so we'll take up questions now. There's some questions which have asked. Ma'am, can I take up questions now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dear participants, if you have any query or any doubt to ask, please put it in the chat box or chat box or in a Q&A window so that it will be addressed.
Yeah. So the first question is how to deal with situation of losing power. Okay. One feels low and neglected in organization when management shifts your power to your colleague without giving any information and reason. Okay. This situation is, many of us would have faced here and there. Is like, if someone else is promoted, not you. Okay. When you're not given the recognition and somebody else is given, all these challenges, all these situations which keep coming in our life. Okay. There are two options in this. Okay. First option is whether you react or you respond. Okay. So what does react? When you react to a situation, what happens? We tend to go react to the management saying that, why did you do this? This is unfair? We react in a situation which later we might regret. Oh, why did I do this? Is it going to solve the problem? May or may not. But you will end up in a regret that maybe I should have responded a better way. Okay. So how does a respond here mean? So respond here means, I'm not saying that you should just accept whatever it is. Okay. When you bring this awareness to what is happening, you understand why it has happened. Okay. You gather facts, data. Okay. And then you go to management saying that why it is done like this. That is called response. Maybe whatever is the end result of the situation is different, whether it's going to be favored to you or not favored to you. But from your side, you have done your work. From your side, you have made a peace in your mind. Okay. When you have made peace in your mind, only the best thing will happen, whether to you or the organization. Okay. So always remember in situation, first, keep your mind at peace. Anyway, the situation keeps coming and going, such situations. But more important first is keeping our mind at peace and then responding to the situation. Okay, good.
Sir, there is one more question from Krishna Kumar sir. How to be in state of mind continuously?
In a state of mind means in happy state of mind? That's the question.
Krishna Kumar sir?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, how to be in happy state of mind continuously? Okay, so remove that continuously, then you'll be happy. So what happens is we always expect things to be in a particular way. Okay, so I always want to be happy. That expectations itself causes a lot of stress in us. Okay, do you think all the situations are going to be the way we want? Do you think all the people are going to react to you exactly the way you want? Do you think all the people will behave the way we want? No, it's not going to happen. Okay, but key here is, like, when you understand that the situations are changing, yeah, you're not given that the key of your happiness to in other person's hand, then you will remain happy. So when you always depend on situations and people for you to be happy, then it's not going to happen. So it's an attitude shift. I'll be happy. And then I will do whatever I want to. Okay. So that attitude shift of come what may, I'm going to be happy. Yeah. And then do things, whatever has to be done. That attitudinal shifts will give you that happiness. Good. Yes, madam. Any other question?
Participants, if you want to raise any questions, you can just post it in chat box.
Okay. So meanwhile, we will just refresh of what we have heard. Yeah. So, and in meanwhile, if somebody have questions, you can ask. So let me go back. Okay. Okay, so what are the takeaways today? Okay, so we respond and not react. Okay, so when we respond, that means that we are aware of the situation. When we bring the awareness to ourselves, we respond to the situation. That means when we don't carry any hatred, bitterness in our mind when we respond to a situation. But a reaction always brings a tale of anger and hatred. Yeah. So the key here is bringing awareness to a situation. Yeah. By bringing your mind to the moment. Yeah. Then how do we organize ourselves better? So as we explained, there are 7 levels to our existence. Yeah. Every level matters. Okay. It's just that, if it is said that, a strong body cannot carry a weak mind, but a strong mind can carry even a weak body. No, it is said that it is not, some people, if we focus only on the body, it's not that. There's a more subtle and more important existence to other levels, that is our mind, intellect, memory, ego, and all that. So we have to cater to all of these levels. Yeah, we have to make sure that all of these levels are in rhythm. Yeah, good. Then having the right attitude. Yeah, what happens when we have the right attitude? So we attract positivity around. Okay, so if you have an attitude of always complaining, what happens? Have you seen that if we complain like continuously for 1 or 2 hours about something, about some other person or organization or something, after some time we feel so drained. Have you observed, if you are with a person who is always complaining, so it drains. Okay, the right attitude is when you have the right communication, when you have the win-win kind of attitude, it raises you, uplifts your energy, not just yours but the people around. Yeah, and also the very important is having that belongingness with everybody. Okay, so when you have the sense of belongingness to everybody, what happens is like our responsibility increases. Yeah, so have you observed which whom you think you belong to is like, you naturally take responsibility. Yeah, we spend so many hours at our home, at our workplace. We want to make that place a very beautiful place to work. Okay, having this right communication, having a win-win attitude, is belongingness, creates an environment to work happily and have a right pleasant state of mind. Yeah, and coming to the decision. Okay, so always when a decision has to be made, think if it is a short-term gain versus long-term gain versus short-term gain. So always go for a long-term gain and a short-term pain. Even though if it is for short time, it is a little painful, but long-term it's going to give you benefits. Yeah, and always understand what is the right priority for you right now. Making that priority list helps you in take a decision. And intuition, if you don't have enough facts to support your decision, sometimes you have to use your intuition, and that intuition comes with self-awareness. Yeah, good. And of all this finally boils down to handling our own mind to be successful. Okay, and there are different tools like Sudarshan Kriya, yoga, meditation, which are there. Millions of people have been doing it in this world. So, which develops a very deep, very pleasant personality in us. And that itself, a life becomes a journey which is filled with good memories and successful memories. Yeah, very nice. Yeah. So, yes. So, any questions here we can take? How to achieve emotional control? Yes. So, practicing these tools, have a regular practice of yoga meditation, and helps you a lot in emotions. Yeah, so I used to have a lot of anger problems, like when I was a teen. like almost 20-25 years back, it's like I used to have a lot of anger issues, so why basically the anger comes. Okay, so anger comes is like when you have a lot of expectations and if we are not able to meet that within ourselves or others, it shows as anger. Okay, so practicing this meditation and pranayama regularly, which helps a lot in controlling our own emotions. Yeah, good.
So there is one more question in the chat box.
Yeah,
From Sanjay Kumar sir.
chat box. Okay.
In the chat window, there is one please enlighten us how to make others happy. This is the question raised by Sanjay sir.
Okay. Yeah. So how to make others happy? It's like when we become happy, others will automatically become happy. So journey starts from me. Yeah. So I observed is like when you're around a happy person, you feel very light. Yeah, and it's contagious. Yeah. The enthusiasm and happiness, if it's in our personality, it is very contagious. Yeah. Other people also try to become very enthusiastic and light and happy within. Yeah. So good.
Sir, there is one more question in Q&A window.
Yeah.
How to control temper when others always find negatives of our doings?
Yeah. So, we always tend to want others to stop from telling what they want. The best answer is give the freedom for others to talk whatever they want. When you give the freedom to them, whatever they want, you from your side, what you are, and you will be happy. When you always expected, that person should react with me like this person should react with me like this, you have lost your freedom. Yeah. So the best thing is give the freedom to people, whatever they want to talk. You know what you are made of. You will be free within. Good. Any other question? Okay, now there is some feedback, So we have I've spoken so much for such a long time. So I need feedback from you, like how was the session and all of that. So I'm going to share one link to you all. Yeah, just 1 second. Yeah, so I've shared the link for the feedback in this chat window. So you can click that link and share your feedback. And also, I'm sharing my numbers. If you think there's any questions anytime which you want to ask, you can always reach out to me. Meanwhile, as you're filling your feedback form, if anybody thinks that they have some question in their mind you want to ask, you can ask. So once you have filled the feedback form, you can raise your hands. Good. Hope you had a good session, good time from last more than an hour. And I hope this would be beneficial for you both in your professional life as well as your personal life. Yeah, it's very important. There is two sides for our brain. One is the left brain and the right brain. The left brain is more for the logical thinking and all of that, and the right brain is for empathy and the soft skills and all of that. To have a balance in a life, both brains should be balanced. Yeah, so it's the domain skills and also the soft skills in us which makes us be happy and be successful. Yeah, and also, and as we are in a very noble profession, people are going to remember for you for life for what you are doing. Yeah, and inspire. When you are inspired, when we are inspired within us, and we inspire others too. Yeah, very nice. Good. So Manjula madam, anything?
Yes, sir. We thankful to you, and please accept our sincere appreciation for the outstanding speech. It was very nice. I think hope all our participants enjoyed after a long technical session. So it was very good, sir. Thank you very much. And on behalf of Geetam University, I want to thank you for coming and spending time of yours.
Thank you very much for the Geetam University, the organizers, the participants here, and so we are in a great journey together. And in this, I'm so happy that I was part of this uh, program and having this opportunity to speak to you all. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, sir. Dear participants, please fill the feedback form, attendance form, which I have shared. I have printed it.